Buenos días.
Good morning, Schmecklehead. How are you?
Just looking at this ridiculous gap up in semis and feeling sick to my stomach already, and it's only 9:15.
Congratulations.
Good morning, everybody. Carson. Good morning, Lost One. Good morning. You are tired as fuck. Why are you tired as fuck? What did you do last night that made you tired as fuck? Boa tarde de Portugal. Eu sou de Portugal. No, do Portugal.
Oh boy.
Eu sou. Eu sou. I still gotta get the accent, man. It's not an easy one because all the words look like they're written in Spanish more or less, but it's a completely different pronunciation.
But that's because you're American. You have no European or Latin American in you at all. You know what I mean?
Sure, but you got to build it. You got to build it by listening to it, and then you can get it.
Can it be done? It could be done. Yeah, I guess you're
Yeah,
around it
man.
long enough. You're right.
Yeah, of course. I did it with in Puerto Rico. Different from Brazilian and Portuguese accents. Okay,
What was that? Hello? God?
we have an echo. It's probably from Montreal.
Oh, great. How about now?
Let's talk. Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds fine.
Okay.
Sounds fine. Good morning, Alex Treffline. Good morning. Okay, Dirk. Let's actually DM me, bro. I got some questions for you. Are you in the Steam Room? If you're in the Steam Room, DM me in the Steam Room. If not, man, ping me on Instagram because I'm slowly learning. I'm only using freaking Duolingo at the moment, and I got a couple of books where I'm doing, a couple of things. But ping me, man, and
You got to roll your R's. Can you roll your R's?
man, I can roll my R's, man. All right, don't worry about
shit.
Don't worry about my R's. All right. Good morning, Christian. How's everybody doing? Lost one. Pound some water, man. Pound some water, and get it together, baby. Get it together. Yeah, send me a message in there. All right, let's get things kicked off today. We already have a significant gap up, and there's a couple of reasons why. It's mostly in the semis. We're trading 474. We had some jobs numbers come out. They were actually not looking too good, but I don't think anybody cares. TSM is in the main. This is sort of the main headline here for the morning. This is Taiwan Semiconductor. Jesus, was there some lotto tickets on the call size for this? I saw some 104 calls.
Yeah, there was some. I don't remember if they were lotto tickets. There was definitely some bull flow in Taiwan semi and several semis ahead of that number.
Okay. And then if you look at all the other semis, AMD being the biggest one, 6-point gap up on AMD. And by the way, it was so bullish into yesterday, despite how much we pressed down. Remember, SPY pressed down to almost 470. I remember Ronchero and I were trading. This was in the afternoon. We were trading like lows. And he was like, "Yo, cover down here, don't make sure you're not going for more kind of thing." And lo and behold, we're here 4 points fucking after. It just looks at certain places where we're gonna keep going, and we don't. We fucking don't. Let's take a look at some of the other semis here. Nvidia here up 12. Remember, this thing is back to recent highs, 570 area. I think you obviously probably get more highs on this. Tons of upgrades here. Pinterest here got an upgrade. Shit, Apple got an upgrade. Now, Apple, to me, is super interesting because this has been one of the weakest names. This has hands down been one of the weakest names. And you can't tell me that this is only a fucking upgrade, by the way. Nobody else can find news on this. Before 6 o'clock in the morning, you can't tell me this is just an upgrade.
I mean, it is a BOVA upgrade. I mean, it's pretty big deal.
Regardless, point is that you're going to have a ton of shorts trapped on this particular name. And we could get going back into that gap area, which is 188 or so. Ronchero, I want you to take a look at that and give me your opinion on that one, too.
So what am I looking at?
The Apple. You got Micron here back at 85. Remember, Micron's been a long swing name that we've been talking about. So all these semis are back in play. If you take a look at Spotify, retrace the whole move down from yesterday, and it's trading back to $200 like nothing happened. That thing looks fucking fine. If you look at Tesla here, bidding up a little bit. This one's still the weaker name out of the pack. Maybe you go for a laggard play on that one. Banks and oil are not really doing shit here, including the crypto names, which are also not doing shit either. If we take a look at crypto prices here, let's take a look at BTC 42.4, still in that kind of range. Ether 25, Solana still hugging that $100 area. So there's not much here going on in crypto world today. It is all focused on a lot of the semis here. Let's take it away, Wall Street Jesus, for some noteworthy activity.
All right, yeah, well said. I mean, that's generally what we were seeing. We've been seeing this too. Is action's really thinning out there. All the cyclicals, small caps, anything tied to the economy has really underperformed. We looked the last couple of days on this broadcast. We've been looking at the equal weight S&P 500, not looking too hot. The focus has been in semis, but AI related semis mostly. And you're getting this run up crowding ahead of earnings type thing. The problem is it can't last too long, and no reason not to take advantage of it. And like Lucci said yesterday, you had Breath Week, everything looked like crap. Caterpillar down 4, and AI, AMD, you pull up a chart, doesn't even look down on the day, So where profit taking should show up wasn't showing up. So I just no reason to overanalyze things. The momentum is in the AI stocks right now until we get some earnings, and I guess that's the place to look. Off dips and fades intraday. Everything else is just a tough trade. It's really tough here. We'll see off earnings. Maybe you get some selling in some of the more cyclical names, and that offers potential opportunity, for bounce trades and stuff like that. But we need to see how some of the earnings look before we cross that bridge.
Yeah.
So again, no big changes out there from what we've been talking about. We're in the heart of earnings season, big OPEX week. Expect the mess and shenanigans, but there's some momentum, as Lucci's pointing out, to try to take advantage of.
Indeed. What else was I going to say? DraftKings here. Somebody's bringing up the DraftKings here. DraftKings got a big gap up this morning. What's going on here in DraftKings? What's the picture here?
It's probably the same person who mentioned it on the broadcast yesterday, and it was moving yesterday as well. What I saw was some online casino numbers that came out that look really good, handle-wise, gambling-wise. Degenerates are losing all their money type thing.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that's the catalyst here.
Yeah, indeed. All right, let's kick it off to you guys here. What trades are you guys bringing to the stream here this morning? John Smith is already talking about fading some Nvidia here. That's his specialty right there. Side trade, it can't last long. I don't know. Look at Nvidia. Not saying things go straight up, but these trends are massive. These trends tend to continue. I mean, the AMD alone, if you looked at the type of action that it had yesterday, they couldn't sell it off. And then all you needed is some upside moves here. Kathy Wood led ARK Investment made a significant move by selling a substantial portion of its stake in DraftKings, and that was yesterday. Interesting, very interesting on the DraftKings. Take that for what it's worth. What else you guys got? That's it. That's all you guys got. Come on now, Ron Cheryl, did you take a look at the Apple? What do you got?
Yeah, so the Apple, decent gap up, but check it out. Look left. There's some stuff here that if this whole 1 sigma up, 2 sigma up, if it is in fact now becoming support as opposed to resistance, there is a gap to fill to 191.5. Can it do it in a single day? It's hard. And it's already gapped up. Doesn't mean that it can't happen if that whole buying to the upside capitulation theory holds. They can run this thing whenever they want. So keep an eye out for that. Any of the other semis, like I get what this John Smith guy is talking about for a fade, but be freaking careful. If they want this thing, they do not give a rat's ass about your opinion or what you think. They will run it to 600 and you will stand there trying to figure out why. So just be careful with the fades, fade and run. man, I would love to buy a dip in this NVIDIA and have this thing run to the upside. It just keeps paying us. So why would I look at anything else, really?
Yeah, and that's honestly that's the mentality. Funds, players, that's everybody's mentality right now. Is there really isn't any reason to look elsewhere? They're looking at quality tech. The majority of it's AI related. That's where the growth is. Everything else is just extremely difficult to handicap. It's a mess. You got shit blowing up all over the world. This is the part of the market that really is not affected by all this stuff, and their numbers are showing, as we've seen at a TSM. So that's Ronchero's outlook on it is exactly why these things continue to show strength. No reason to look elsewhere right now until the momentum slows down.
Indeed, indeed. All right, what else? What else are you guys bringing us? No, so far I don't see many other trades here that you guys are posting. Remember, this is a give and take kind of situation here. We're also trying to, see what you guys got going on and see what you guys are taking a look at. Any small cap guys here? What are you guys taking a look at?
Small caps have been hideous. They're useless. They're useless right now.
Jay Wanta is talking about the Uber. They still haven't. He still haven't sold this thing off.
No,
by the way, this thing looks like it's going to have another leg up, in my opinion. Here.
And a lot of good news every day. There's like a positive headline in that Uber. They're talking deal with Tesla. They're talking deal with this guy. They're talking. So Uber, a lot of momentum there. Has been a lot of flow there. Like Lucci saying, the only problem is there are no pullbacks, like many of these things.
Exacto. John Smith is saying, what if NQ gets rejected here and starts bleeding lower? I'm going to be ready for that. I have some SPY puts queued up just in case this is all bullshit and we just dump it all back out, just in case. However, considering how strong all this stuff is, I'm going to go with the flow here. I'm going to have some NVIDIA calls queued up, AMD calls queued up, the whole nine.
And the majority of us, to Ronchero's point, like what John Smith is referencing to, we were hoping there'd be some selling off the TSM earnings. So you can look for entries in some of these hot names for trades, So to answer John Smith's question, what happens if there's a reversal in the NASDAQ? You let it play out. You look at whatever you got to look at, flow levels, and you try to find entries for bounce and some of the stronger stuff.
Indeed. And the thing is, like on the NVIDIA, yesterday when I was struggling with the tech, the beautiful thing about the NVIDIA and learning how to use a combination of things like sentiment, tape, and technicals. When you find something that's in an uptrend, everybody loves to jump up and down about it's up too far. It's too far away from this. It's too far away from that. It's coming back down. The simple fact remains that if you know how to use some of the tools that are available to you, you can make observations and trade off of it. For example, NVIDIA pulled back to a simple tool that gets used on a daily, the anchored volume weighted average price. It gave you 6 opportunities throughout the day to trade it to the long side. And it was, when you trade NVIDIA with options or without, the thing bounces 6-8 points. Like if you're there, you're standing on money throughout the entire day. It just depends on how you like to trade, but the opportunities are there all of the time if you know what you're looking at.
Indeed. Take a look at this Eli Lilly at the moment here. I mean, this is the first time we're going to have Ozempic here, not looking too hot. If take a look at it here off the open, I don't know what the news is, but trading down to 621 here on Ozempic. Maybe somebody died. That's a possibility. These things happen. You inject yourself, you're trying to lose weight, and next thing you know, you dead.
You did, crackhead. And just a disclaimer, just so everybody, I'm sure everybody's aware of it, but like Ronchero's talking about, we're talking about intraday tactical trades here, right? There's no reason to get wrapped up into some thesis. It's over this, it's not, it's overvalued, blah, blah, blah. When you're trading intraday, you're looking to make money. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. All right, call them out, guys. Let's see what we got going on here. I got the NVIDIA queued up. I got the Apple queued up as well. Apple calls here, 187.5. So going for about 50 cents here. I do want to buy a little chunk off the open just to see how they trade. I bought a 10 lot here just to start. And these are the Apple 187.5. So the 185s are probably a better trade here, but I'll stick around with the 187.5s. Just going to wait here off the open, just kind of see how stuff trades here, see how stuff unfolds. Remember, Shop had a downgrade here this morning, but I don't think it means shit.
No, that was from a pretty bullshit house too, if I remember what it was. That wasn't anybody big.
Okay. All right, I bought a 10 lot of the Apple 185s. Obviously, there's some big levels, as Ronchero was commenting here this morning on Apple, considering there's a lot of guck probably sitting in front of all this stuff. But I
I forgot about Pelosi, right? That deep in the money Nvidia trade. If it was legit, I forgot
Nancy
about that.
Pelosi, best trader on the street.
God, fucker, son of a bitch. I forgot about that. We got to get her on the payroll, Luch. How do we get her on the payroll?
We can't afford her.
We have to.
1,000 lot on the Apple offer to sell.
Who?
And somebody bought it. There was 1,000 lots sitting on the offer to sell at $2 on this Apple, and somebody fucking bought it.
What line? What line?
This is the 185s.
185s. Oh, I see. Went below bid there. $172.72.
Maybe that was off the open.
Lots of activity in the NVIDIA 575 call line at the moment.
Let's see. NVIDIA 575 weeklies, you saying? Let's see.
Correct, for this week.
Yeah, it looks like some closing activity on that line.
Ah, very nice. Okay.
All right. Apple faded off. If you take a look at that, NVIDIA fading off here too. John Smith, I think, is on the short there.
Here, Ronchero, I posted the lines there.
Thank you, Jay.
No problem.
Just watch your step, like on the NVIDIA. Don't be afraid to start taking some of that money, especially as you start to get down into these areas where this resistance formally could become support. For example, 570, 567.5. These are areas where NVIDIA can bounce and tear your face off.
Rip your teeth out.
Yo, Natalia, the 5 minutes not working? Damn.
You got some repeat activity in that hot shipper, Zim.
Zimmer.
Take profits shouting out Netflix this morning. It's tough. Netflix is tough because you got earnings on Tuesday, so you got a little bit of time. Probably a decent day trade setup. Just watch your step in there.
Yo, Eli Lilly's getting fucking smoked here. Kind of interesting.
Let's see. Any news there? Dip more than broader market today. Blockbuster diabetes drugs set to enter new markets. I don't see anything big there news-wise.
So if there's not a big headline, just take Eli Lilly for it traded within a range, and it traded violently within that range. It recently poked its head up and is pulling back. So if it can hold in a quote unquote uptrend, look for when it bounces for it to take out that high at 647.5. So it might be an opportunity to grab it on a rebound. I'm not saying grab it here. I'm saying grab it if it shows strength back to the upside after this. Could be a good setup.
You have some of these online casino plays on the DraftKings point. Somebody was pointing out earlier. You got Caesars seeing a little flow, some strength. Charlie, Zebra, Robert, and also Penn. We've been seeing some action in the last couple of days. PENN, both up and seeing a little bull flow.
What is INTU? Do we know what that is?
Intuit.
Intuit?
Yeah.
That's Intuit. Apple 187. Apple 187.
Yeah.
I got a decent amount of size here. We just broke 187. Pre-market highs are not that far away. We provided the market holds here. This could be a decent trade here. I got 70 contracts here. I probably should dump some. I'm going to dump a 10 lot here and roll to these higher.
NVIDIA weekly 572 and a halves. Seeing a little nibbling calls.
John Smith said he went higher, or he's going for a long now. He's going for the long now on that. AMD, by the way, is working its way up. Let me see how this tape starts looking on this Apple here. If they can hold it up, or they're just gonna kind of fuck around with this.
Oof. Jeez, the NVIDIA is a fast mover right now. This is an area of resistance, so keep an eye on it. If you bust through, and they just hit it with, how big was that? Sweet.
I think 6 figures, but nothing huge.
Okay.
I'm gonna dip buy some Apple here.
I tried to get filled at 505 on these 575s, and an instant later they're $6.
Yeah,
holy shit! Holy shit! Yeah, this thing could move, man. I think you might see 580 on this thing, but market's got to give you. It's got to keep going here.
This is the 2 Sigma up right where it's priced, so be careful.
AMD bulls active again, of course.
I'm gonna wait this out. I'm gonna focus on Apple though. I mean, I have my one idea here. Let's see if this works. Again, it's contingent though on SPY. I like Nvidia to go to fucking 580 though.
580s for next week, Nvidia.
You just saw them?
Yeah.
There you go.
Bang.
For next week.
Next week, these 580s are going for what? 360 here.
Apple weekly 187 and a half, swept here 4,000.
Those are the ones that I wanted. Those are the ones that I'm already in. So they swept 4,000 of those for this week.
Cents, all offers they took out there.
It's a big deal. Problem is, this thing doesn't want to move right now. I think they're going to punk people out here before they make it happen.
I think that's true.
Yeah, very possible.
There goes your dump on SPY. That's not going to help.
Almost back to the VWAP.
NVIDIA. Okay. What option do you have, Ranchero? If you have any,
I did not get filled. I tried getting into the 575.
575.
Now I've got this week's 580s queued up. Because that line is also receiving a shit ton of attention now.
You got some more ARM buying. There was some buying there late, probably playing the TSM earnings. You got what are these? Next week 77 and a half ARM. Seeing some interest.
I can't get fucking filled.
I'm gonna pull some puts up on SPX just in case we fucking trash this whole thing.
Jesus Christ, this thing is moving fast.
NVIDIA?
Yeah. All right, I'm in now on the 580s in the small account from what did I get filled at 383.
Yeah, I'm in the same price as you are.
All right.
We have to chase that though. I don't like our entry.
I don't like it either, but
I don't like this entry.
I'm not crazy about it either, but it's its second run at this 2 Sigma up, so
yeah.
It works or it doesn't, right? If it doesn't work, I step aside and let it pull back and then maybe take another crack at it at VWAP, but I'm looking for it to see if it gets a little wiggle here. We'll see. And I'm just scalping this thing in the small account. So I'm just looking for a little cushion so we can ride a wave. It's already up fucking ridiculous though.
The more the cushion, the better the pushing, you know?
Hey, come on now, already?
What? No, I took in stocks here, you filthy mind bastard.
Do not chase. John Smith is saying, wait for the setup. Well, thank you. How mature of you.
The problem with what he just said was if you chase a gap, you're talking about chasing off of the open. If you get a move up past that and it comes back to test VWAP, that's your entry. Or the other entry is if it's its second test of a 2 sigma up, that's also an entry. So making statements like that is kind of, please just go outside and slap yourself.
Somebody's talking about save here.
What's going on with save? Oh boy,
save looks even lower, 5.5 here.
Oh my god, they tattooed that thing with puts, huh? Last week, well, a couple of days, whatever it was.
Remind me what save is.
Save the airline Spirit.
Oh, that's Spirit. Jesus, what a disaster.
SPY again. It just kind of meh. AMD is fucking on fire.
See, that helps us too with the NVIDIA.
Meta's up 5.
Meta.
This is all Q names. This is all Q.
Energy, nat gas play, rolling over, breaking down, seeing some put action. Elliot Queen Tom.
Boyle and fucking nat gas and all this stuff seems to continuing having problems.
Everything outside of tech is having problems. There's your save. Some lotto put action coming in again.
Market not helping this.
So similar to yesterday, all the bull flow in tech, primarily semis. And you got some scattered put action and a few other things.
All right, let me pull up this GEX tool. I really want to see what Apple NVIDIA look like here. Probably not populated as of yet, but Apple back over 187. But again, tough to play this here. 187.5 is a big call wall. And NVIDIA is at the call wall more or less, 575 here on the call wall here. So no surprise here. We're getting this sort of this tougher action here. Tough action to Nacton.
Still early.
Indeed. It is still early. I do not want to buy the highs on this fucking Apple, so I'm not going to buy up here. JP Morgan expects BOE to start cutting interest rates in August 2024 versus November expected earlier. Well, was that more Apple, Jesus, for next week? 187.5?
The recent one, yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Here's another semi-stud LRCX.
LRCX.
Next week, 850s in LRCX.
Stud. AMD, guys, 168, man. Goodbye. Where's that SMCI? Did it come all the way back up? This thing's such a piece of shit. Micron here, 85 and change. Pinterest here cut down most of the gap up, as this thing usually fucking does.
Yeah, those stocks are in trouble a little bit.
Piece of shit.
But they've been in trouble. There's been a nice correction in all those underbelly growth names.
All right, there's your Apple dumper. Always on time. I bought a one lot of some SPX puts just to kind of get a hedge going here. John Smith is saying NVIDIA 575 is a pre-market high. Struggle here. Yeah, 100%, man. This is the problem area.
You got some SPY weeklies rolling out, it looks like. Pretty big size, too. Jesus Christ. The Feb 2nd 480s.
8 milli?
Jesus.
A milli. A million here, a million there.
The meter is at 44. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yes, some of the short-term sentiment has cooled off nicely. Again, without tech, we'd probably be
we'd be up a
signal everywhere.
lot more.
Yeah.
It'll look a lot different out there.
We'd be up a lot more, 100%. I'm going to cover some of my Apple just to cut the size down here until I'm confident here we're really going to get a swing higher. I bought some more SPX puts just to hedge. I think you're just going to get this sort of consolidation shit type of activity here. I'm going to burn out of half of my NVIDIAs here because I also don't want to get hit with the time decay.
Look at earnings off of DFS this morning.
It's a credit card, right?
DFS.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That thing looks terrible, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
There's some ugly shit out there. There's a lot of ugly shit out there. So this is the news on DraftKings. DraftKings expect DraftKings and FanDuel to sustain their high OSB market share. And the December downtick in ESPN share supported this. So they're gaining market share in the gambling market, in the online gambling market.
They've kind of, here's the thing about DraftKings, just like from, again, not mixing a trading picture with a fundamental picture, but fundamentally, I always looked at their business and thought, how are they going to stay in business if the only way that they make money is using advertising dollars to generate their revenue? And it looks like they've kind of started to turn that corner.
Yeah, so wait, they don't make money off people, degenerates just losing money? I guess they...
No, they do, but like the beginning, their model was they had to, like, freaking Subway only made money when they ran commercials. It was kind of
Right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Initially, the business, and then it gets...
Yeah, they had a set amount of cash that they had,
right,
set aside, and they were like, all right, well, how are you going to stay in business once you burn through that marketing money?
Right.
It's all fucking cues here. They're just keeping us up. Yeah, I buried the NVIDIA. Christian, people are hooked on these sports books, dude. This stuff is getting insane right now. You can feel the hype just walking around. Everybody's talking about it. All conversations are centered around fucking
gambling.
Shit like that, man. Just gambling. Just straight up gambling.
It's going to go down. The generation of degenerate bastards, mark my words, are going to read about it in the history books.
Blowing money on parlays that never hit and missed by one. Yeah, man. Right? But you'll always hear the stories of a $5 parlay that rolls into $700 or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
NVIDIA back to the View app. I'm looking for an ad.
Yeah, it looks like you got some light bull flow. Could be rolling out some Jan monthlies, the MSTR micro strategy. Some light bull flow over there.
I think what's happening here is there's that pre-market activity, a lot of the juice for the Qs and stuff. Like stuff is just chilling here, and I don't want to push either direction until I really feel like I'm going to get a fucking move. So I'm holding the 187.5 calls for Apple. I covered everything else, NVIDIA and Apple. I still have some SPX puts, which are doing nothing.
This plug has been lit up with puts the last few days. PLUG, some more this morning into more weakness. This thing's $2 now. Jeez. Okay. Ready to go poof. Plug, you got 41,000. Jan 26, $2 puts. Opening activity in Plug again this morning. How much money's getting buried in this Plug? I knew a lot of big bulls in this name. Betting on the future.
That's a Jim Cramer special.
Oh, yeah, he had the CEO on multiple times touting this thing. Oh my God, they buried people alive. But I mean, I know people buying this thing aggressively, $50-$60 on Chero.
A court there ruling that
Yeah.
government permits for 3 oil fields have been declared invalid for Norway and oil markets.
I know, happy. Huge, right? I don't know, Jonathan's crazy. That was the news yesterday, an offering on that Plug.
Super happy I didn't stick around on that fucking NVIDIA there. I think it's still good. It's just, I think you're going to get some consolidation now, and they're just going to smack that preem around, and it ain't going to feel nice. It's all Qs here. To me, there's nothing else getting bought here besides the Q shit.
Zippo.
Bank of America's down 30 cents here.
Yeah. And flow-wise, it's, you could count on one hand the tech names that are seeing flow. Not really a whole lot. Really thin. You got some rolling in Bank of America. Excuse me.
Puts?
No, calls rolling out. Jan calls being pushed out to June.
All right. Spy here again, going to lows. I'm going to cover this one lot that I have left. All I got left is I'm sitting on a 50 lot of the apples for now. Maxwell is saying about John Smith is talking about BA. BA did hit 207.5 though. Eddie, you trading this BA at all? AMD, you got a decent pullback.
BA Baracus.
NVIDIA, you got a decent pullback here too.
By the way, and Ranchero, XLE, right? We talk about the rough trip there. Like, how do you hold that downside bet? I mean, think about the shakeouts in that thing. It's impossible, right?
No,
how?
I stepped away from that thing. It was
you know, even if you had the conviction, you would have to trade around it or some shit. I don't know how you hold through all that mess, but net, it's probably going to end up scoring. These energy stocks look like monkey ass. You know, monkey ass. But that's the main theme here, guys. Like, who wants to buy anything else right now? It's like, what would you buy? You know, what would you buy?
That's a good question.
There's nothing outside of, you know, tech semis. You got in some of this AI hype.
They're asking you if you.
What? If I what?
They're asking you if you really just said monkey ass.
I did. Sometimes I blurt out things that come to my small brain, and I should hold back. Like these semis just keep freaking going. Everybody wants a pullback in some of these things. They just keep. Avgo had a little pullback yesterday. Boop, gap up of TSM. ARM, same shit.
The NVIDIA 571 there. All right. This is slightly different on the Apple. It is at highs. Let's see if it holds.
You got some repeat buying in that VKTX biotech name. A few of you are in. Should be sitting on some profits.
All right. There was the press up on the Apple right there. So that worked out half decent. Should have had some more size there.
Yeah. Apple,
we just broke through 187.5. I'm going to cover a little bit of these. I'm holding the 50 lot of the other side, but this looks like a clean break here. If SPY can hold now, we might actually get a move up here. Let's see if the call wall moves up on the GEX tool. If the call wall moves up on the GEX tool here, we should get a clear path higher here. I am going to bury the 185s that I'm holding though.
Got to call Bova today. They locked my account. Fucking rat bastards. Some of the cruise lines seeing a little bull flow. I'll tell you something that looks good. That Tech RCL Royal Caribbean really has hung in there nicely. Here you got NCLH. These are weeklies getting a little play.
Look ahead to the top of the hour. There's no major U.S. economic data scheduled on the docket for the remainder of the day. We will get some Argentine data later this afternoon with their trade data for December. We will see the U.S. Treasury announce the 2, 5, and 7 year, as well as the 2-year floating rate note sales at 11 o'clock. That'll come alongside the weekly bill announcement as well. At 11:30, we'll get a 4-day go auction. We could hear from FOMC voter Bostic again on the economic outlook. And at 1 o'clock, we're going to get a 10-year TIPS auction.
I'm going to buy dips on this Apple. I think a great move today, too, is if you use some of that BP and sell some puts on fucking Apple.
BP? British Petroleum? Microsoft weeklies. Catch a sweep.
Microsoft weeklies.
392.5. Apple Feb 2nd, 185s. Those are in the money.
Is that on the Momo scanner? Is Apple on the Momo scanner today?
I don't know. I can't be moving around screens here. Hertz put action, some more plug put action. I mean, not really anything aggressive outside of a few selective names put wise.
Hey, Jesus, Norris is asking you to refresh the browser window you're posting from.
Refresh the browser window I'm posting from.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. What am I posting here? Oh, in this new channel?
The Steamroom
Wall Street
browser.
Jesus only? Oh,
He's
the
saying,
Steam Room.
he's saying the Steamroom browser.
Gotcha.
Well,
Yo, the NVIDIA short was good. I'm still looking for this thing to bounce. I could sit here and just eat a fucking big old loss this morning. But I am looking for it to bounce. But it is not looking happy right now. Full retrace here.
These are small IWM puts. Norris, I think you want me to select WSJ only from that alerts page, correct? But then I won't be able to write to anybody in the room from there. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to do. Okay. Citigroup. Now, there's a little weekly action, little weekly bull bet Citi playing a bounce. Is that weak? Yeah, a little weakness there. 51 weeklies in Citi.
that fucking save, man, that Spirit Airlines is getting.
What was it? Still? Just bleeding out. I mean,
Have you ever been on a Spirit Airlines
yeah,
flight?
I actually, a while ago, and that was the last time I would ever go on one. The flight felt like I was just in a chair with 85 people right on top of me, and there was no plane around me. I felt every bump and air pocket, and I was suicidal on that flight.
Yeah, it is not a good airline.
TSM looks like some rolling out there. That order that just came in, Fed second 107s. You got some rolling out there today, which you would expect. I mean, tomorrow's Friday. JetBlue puts. Oh, those are leap puts. So what's that doing? JetBlue was the one supposed to buy Save, right? So now they're both going to go to hell in the handbasket together.
All right, I'm gonna chill here for now. SPY doesn't look like we got any clean direction. Apple tried to go, but again, stuck people in the throat on that one. You got. Let's just take a little walk around the club here and just see what's going on. Still, Apple's got problems at 187.5. If you look at Nvidia and AMD, they just chewed the fuck out of call premium across the board. So anybody who is just egregiously buying calls off the open here is getting smoke showed now. Which I think John Smith was kind of calling that out.
He did.
And then you got the Meta here, which is still somewhat bullish. You take a look at Microsoft here, blah, blah, blah. And again, these are all Q names here, more or less. Let's take a look at the FTX. Let's take a look at that. What was it? Dyfus that had the earnings there. Dyfus here trading $100. Not really doing much. Let's take a look at some banks here. JPM not doing much. Goldman Sachs is up 3. Bank of America is just fucking dead. Citi is doing nothing. If we take a look at the pins, remember it had the upgrade here this morning, sold off from there. HD Home Depot here is still looking good. Where is that Walmart, by the way? 161 still holding up. Costco still holding up just fine. Let's take a look at that Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly trading 615. Somebody dropped some news in there about stomach issues or something like that. So people are having some stomach issues.
That was coming at some point, right? Stomach issues, you think?
Let me see what they're saying about this shit here. Because I'm very interested. Y'all know I'm very pro Ozempic here.
Well,
get your
you're
fat
dealing
ass.
it on the street. I mean, you need that demand to.
You know what I'm saying?
Them.
I'm very pro because forget the gym. Fuck the gym. Just get that Ozempic, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. I don't see much news on this though. I really don't see much news on this. Drug maker stock has climbed, blah, blah, blah. Investment community.
Yeah, I looked earlier. There wasn't anything. I didn't see anything. Would you take that pill from Limitless? If
nobody else had it, I was the first motherfucker taking it. Of course, man. I'm jumping in that door.
Yeah, but then you get all fucked up from it, But you live the life of Riley for like, what? Good. As long as you take it, you keep taking it. Yeah, I would do it in a heartbeat. Fuck yeah, I would do it in a heartbeat. I would do
exactly. Who's thinking about the consequences? When you look at the upside of that,
can you imagine you fucking handicapping the market at warp speed, printing money, doing whatever the fuck you want to do? Some rolling in Uber. You got some more bull flow there. Looks like Jan position rolling out.
SPY here continues to just be blah here. Save looks, man. Save looks bad. Save looks really bad. If you take a look at the Shopify here had to move up and it couldn't really do much. This is more chop than anything, which is surprising considering how much of the that bullishness here we saw off the open.
Yeah, you had somebody yesterday come out of a huge chunk of Save Jan puts that they scored in. Here are the OI changes from the action yesterday in Save.
Speaking of degenerate bets, I have some degenerate bets on myself. Would you guys like to see?
Yes, please.
Of course.
All right, let's take a look at this. MGM Sportsbook.
And tennis? You actually took the needle?
Yeah. I've been just kind of playing around with this shit here. I'm watching this Medvedev and Miss Medvedev match. They totally flipped here. I mean, Medvedev's the favorite here. And but there's even live betting, so you can bet. You can bet the games. You can bet deuce points.
After our
You can bet
conversation when we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, I looked on DraftKings just because I was curious.
Yeah.
There's crazy betting for tennis, all sorts of things.
Crazy, bro. Crazy, bro.
I didn't realize like it was that popular.
Yeah, so we go back over to I have a parlay going on. Let's see if I can show you guys. But it's kind of a shitty parlay, to be quite honest. I haven't figured out how to fucking use this shit quite yet. Okay, here we go. My bets. I got a live bet for Medvedev to win here. And
What
I'm
are
not
you
going
laying?
to out that much, but it looks like
What do you got to lay? What are the odds?
fucking I can't even get this thing.
You don't know what the hell you're doing with it.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm
You
doing.
need a good tutorial from a degenerate.
All right, so this is the parlay. These are all just game winners here. These 4 to win their matches basically tomorrow or this morning, and I'm only getting like a little bit more than 1 to 1. I think I put in $10, and I'm getting a possible payout of 14. Does that make any sense? So I'm only gonna make $5 on this. That's horrible parlay.
He's a big favorite. The guy you betting?
Yeah, they're all the 4 of them.
So that's you're betting the big favorites there. That's why.
This is a horrible parlay, Goldman. It's like
you can't bet chalk like that.
This is a horrible parlay. This is the worst parlay I've ever seen in my life. Why did I fucking bet this?
There's a sucker born every day, huh? Just giving money away.
Man, this is terrible, bro. So I'm already going down as a fucking shitty bettor. All right, well, I'll make it up in trading here. I'll go ahead and buy more Apple calls here.
You got to tell me what outcome you're looking at, and I'll concoct a bet for you. Tell me what you're looking to achieve there, and I'll go look at it. You got a bounce in the anti-VIX, as you can see, off a little strength here to neutral. That thing was sitting on bull signal all day yesterday.
All right, let's get back in this Apple here. I bought a 10 lot here back on the 185s. I don't think the 185s is where you're going to make any money, though. Let's take a look at the GEX tool again on that Apple. Apple still has not moved anywhere on the GEX tool. Let's take a look at SPY SPX here now. All right, so let's bring this up so I can show you guys. And again, guys, this tool is readily available to you after you join the Steamroom here. So SPY and SPX are just kind of blah.
Bless you.
Excuse me here. SPX has got a long way to the call wall. So you can kind of just see that SPY in general is not where the action is at. Qs here, the same thing. And if we take a look at NVIDIA here, you're probably going to see something similar here too. Okay. Amazon. Yeah, these things all look the fucking same. The only thing that is really bullish here and pushing up against this wall is the Apple. So we got a big call wall at 187.5, and it's a fucking problem. So if you're betting for it to break through, which is me, you kind of have to be careful here. You really have to be careful here. You want to be able to pull off profits and put shit back on, every single time it tests. And you want to assume also that even if it breaks through, it's not going to be a real breakthrough unless you have some fucking real follow through. So what you need at this moment in time is some fucking Apple sweeps, man. Apple sweeps. You need some Momo here, man. We need some motherfucking Momo here, man.
Motherfucking Momo.
We need like a Braveheart song to come out right now, man.
That's a great song.
We need Mel Gibson to fucking wave his sword and shit.
No.
Oh, you don't like me? You don't like Mel, bro? You like Mel Gibson?
I don't think he likes his sword.
I don't like him waving his sword, bro.
Fucking Lucci. What's wrong with you, man?
What, with a kilt on? You don't like,
Yeah.
Anyways. Okay, Okay, Mas. Short term is saying Apple about to move up on that call wall. See, here's the problem. Short term trading is if you're betting based on based on it happening, you trap yourself into the bias and you cannot stick and move here. Okay, remember this thing doesn't have to do shit for us.
You got an unusual bet there. Interesting name, HEI. Little sweep that I just posted, but 200 grand. Problem is, I got to look and see open interest. That's the aerospace and defense name. Never heard of these guys. Heiko?
Heiko.
Not a bad spot. Choppy name, but uptrend definitely there.
Ronchero, what are you up to over there? You got anything?
Yeah, I'm still in this NVIDIA and I'm looking for this thing to bounce. I want to add to these 580s. I want this to, I'm watching this at the VWAP to see if it's going to, can it push back up or is it going to reject here? So I'm watching this pretty close right now.
Heiko, you have some Jan exposure, so they're likely pushing that out. HEI.
I'm going to add.
Daniel was saying I'm in the NVIDIA 2 580 calls. The 580 calls, by the way, when me and Ranchero were buying them, they're trading 380. The stock barely even moved. I mean, it's down 2 points, sure. And the bid is 250 on this option. All right. You know what I'm saying? So,
geez. A little more bull flow in PayPal this morning. PYPL. They have earnings coming up, I think, early Feb. Let's look at open interest out of that mess yesterday. Here's the PayPal OI changes.
Okay, SPY on another move high. I like the long here. I'm going to buy some 4760s for SPX. Small size, really small size, just to fuck around here. And then I still have Bitcoin name strong. Jaguar is saying inside the chat here. What's going on with BTC? BTC is moving, but Bitcoin name strong for real. Yeah, you got a little bit of a squeeze going on Coin and Mara. Take a look at these things. Nice call out, Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Yeah.
Jaguar, like a cat.
It's nah. He put an I in there, bro.
Jaguar.
Oh, he put an I in there.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize this the whole time. I call him Jaguar.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't Jaguar.
And you're the one who went to the eye doctor yesterday. My eyes are all fucked up though. Yeah.
Wow. You know the correlations you make.
Guys, hey, JB, if you see people in the stream asking what my position is, like, I'm not answering that question. You need to flash that shit.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
All right.
Oh, you're saying for the producers?
Uh-huh.
You know, I've been telling them, too. I've literally been telling them, but they don't pay attention. I don't pay attention, so hold on. I'm going to light their ass up here in this thing.
All right, so that little NVIDIA push failed. Back to the VWAP. Let's see if this holds. If not, I'm going to have to step the fuck out of the way.
Ranchero, if we went partners on the racehorse, I would name it that just for you. Back to the VWAP. That's a nice name, right?
I like it.
Yo, that save, man. That save is donezo. I'm dumping the SPX calls that I bought. The one call that I bought. Let's see. Let's dump the The 20 lot here for Apple. That's a nice flop right there. It's a hefty flop right there on SPY.
And you got some digestion out there this morning. Makes it a little bit easier.
Russell's saying they're hitting those 250 hard, man. The 48 hours, they hit the 5 hard too with size. I mean, SPY's the problem now, you know. So this call wall here is holding really, really well.
Hodor.
I'm flat on the day so far, so it's fine. It's totally fine. Now, if they retrace that program, nah, this is all Q-based bullshit, and it's getting slower here too. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see anything too interesting here, flow-wise.
You get an update on that meter yet? Oh, yeah, 46.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
46.
46.
Still low.
Yeah. And Anti-VIX was on bull signal. I just posted that too. On bull signal coming into yesterday. All day yesterday. Now at neutral, so.
Yeah, I don't disagree with your assessment here of what's going on here. This is really coming into a preem suck sort of environment here, because you just had a world where everybody was so gassed to buy shit right off the open.
Yeah.
So it's just a nice, easy place to set
and,
that.
It'd be one thing if we came in flat or into some weakness. You had a gap up too, so you had some strength there already. To expect them to just keep going and moon is not all the time. What's Tesla doing? Weak?
I haven't even looked at that thing.
Tesla, they're rolling puts. Yeah.
Wow, so that thing couldn't even hold up the hype there either. What about Boeing? Boeing 208 still was able to hold. Okay, Apple here now fading. Remember, 187.5 is obviously the problem area.
Yeah, you might be able to play it off fades, Luch. Scalp them off fades type thing. I mean, are you interested in that or not really? You'd rather have that continuation move, but internals wise, credit spreads flat. They look okay. VIX down a little bit. Where's VVIX? VVIX down a little bit, so nothing going on there. Some dollar strength. Nothing really to talk about.
Lance here is saying, I'm coming to Trade Space to meet you guys sometime in the week of February 12th. Have you booked, bro? Yeah, you might need to book there, bro.
You got a small little repeat bull bet in that CELH.
I'm still holding out one.
Yeah, that looks okay too. Just like grinding.
Okay, yeah, you can sit there on it.
What are the commodity stuff still weak today? Oh man, that CF gave back that whole entire move. They're just nobody wants these commodity things. It's tough. They're tough. I can't blame them right now. But there may be an opportunity longer term. Shorter term, these things are fucking tough. What about like Freeport and them FCX? Ooh, I think got some air taken out of it too. I mean, PayPal, we got some bull flow there. This is day 2 of the move.
All right, I'm out of this NVIDIA here. That did not work well.
Yeah, and that shit was booty.
Yeah, didn't work. It's okay.
The same thing is happening to Apple right now. Apple is losing the gusto, and the premium is coming off on these two. Oh, John Smith with the ... my brother. You know something's coming after that. ... John Smith, man, listen. You trade what you trade. I trade what I trade. You're an idiot. I'm an idiot. Just fucking say what you need to say, but just say it. Instead of fucking believing you got the fucking. You know how people love to. Ranchero does it actually. Ranchero definitely does it too. You know how some people like speak and it's everything's about tone here, of course. And now you can even see it through chat, right? Fucking John Smith. Anyways,
what's wrong? What the hell does my tone have to do with anything?
Oh, you got a very condescending tone. A very condescending tone.
I've never been told that before. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, Tom is saying, who's profitable in here last 6 months? I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not, without a doubt.
63 PayPal, a little more next week. PayPal 63 calls. Anybody gonna chase that PayPal? Good luck.
Minus 154, minus 154 billion cubic feet. There's the minus 163 to 165 expected range. No regional adjustments in the data.
PayPal has an event on 125.
Apple for next week, Luch, a little more there.
Apple for next week, you say?
I say. CELH, little adding there again.
Jared is saying, "Are you Colombian?" Is who Colombian? I'm profitable last 6 months. Looking for pullbacks in uranium. Long CELH right now. Short SPY, but about to get stopped. Oh, it is 11:30. Oh shit! It is 11:30. All right, we got to move, guys. We do got to move. And again, the team forgot to put up the 2-minute mark here and is waiting for our cues, even though I told them to just put it up at 11:28. Let's do this again here. At 11:28, you put up that picture. No matter what happens, no matter what I am saying.
He says my tone is condescending.
Said it 3 times already. No love.
Riksbank Governor Thedin.
All right, guys.
Riksbank, the Swedish.
You guys got the deets on your screen here. We'll see you over in the steam room.